So I'm trying to be fancy over here with this lace, trying to make it look all nice and pretty for you, but it's just simply not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this lace and let's just get on with it like this. Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. So I wanted to share these little coin charms that I made. I'm going to tell you how I made them, but it's not a tutorial in a traditional sense where I actually make one. Simply because it's quite straightforward. The way that I've sort of made them, I guess. This is definitely not an original idea. It's been done to death before. I have seen it. I have seen it before, but I can't remember who it was. But I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking maybe Gibboneri. I might have seen some coins. I'm not sure. But anyway, so this is what I did. I have some coins that I'm sure that we all have somewhere in our house, in our drawers. And I have a lot of coins from different countries. So not that I've been to many different countries, but traveling through airports, going to one destination and you're going through different airports, you tend to accumulate sort of coins, and they don't sort of they're not worth much, like this 1 cent Singaporean coin, for example. So anyway, I decided to make little charms, and the way that I envisioned in using these little charms is, of course, in my junk journals, mostly on the spine of a journal. So like this will be a little bit hard to show because I have to lay the journal flat so you can't really see, but I had the idea of using charms on the actual, so hanging off tassels or hanging off up here, or even depending on what type of a journal I'm making, perhaps it can be, see how I've got these little charms on this journal, so maybe it can be like a little charm like this. So that's it. So I've got all of these coins are really different. I have Italian coins, I've got some German, I've got some, or maybe I don't have German actually. I've got some French coins from Sweden, Croatia, and I think I said them all: Singapore, France, America, Italy, and then more recent I've got Euro as well. Okay, so this is what I did. I've chosen smallish coins, and I wanted coins, come on glitch, stop. Okay, I wanted coins that are not too thick. So for example, I'll just show you, like, I don't know if you can really see, but this coin, the 1 cent Singapore coin, is half the size in width as this what's this, Italiana, yeah, Italiana, Italy. Yeah, so I was looking at the width of the coin because as I'm sewing around, I don't want it to be sort of too thick, because then my foot in the sewing machine doesn't sit down all the way. And also another thing I kept in mind is I didn't want to choose large coins, like for example this one. Not to say that I will not use these large coins in the future, but I chose smaller coins because the large coins will give me a really large charm. So you can see a difference between this coin and this coin. Well, actually charm, because this is I left more space inside, so that's another thing. Anyway, so I was looking at smallish coins, and I also didn't want to, I actually found a coin in here from 1939, I think, and I didn't want to use it up. It's not worth anything. I checked, I thought maybe I'm gonna get $1 million for it or something, but no, it's only worth about $2, so no luck there. Okay, so what I did is, I'll just move it aside. I actually used old library books, how they have these acetate covers. This is what I used. So I have a whole heap of them from some books that I saved from the incinerator. and I took the covers off. I've used the covers, and I've kept these. So that's what I did. You can also use any type of acetate. You don't want it to be too thick. Like these ones are really good. This is for my son's school uniform, and it's perfect. It's quite thin, but it's not as thin as these. But even them, why not? Even this, I need to give this a wash. This is a liner from Cereal Box. So anything like that, really. You want it to be see-through. So that's why acetate. I mean, you can do it in paper too, but it's not see-through. So that's the only reason why I've chosen acetate. And then what I do is sorry, just a sec. Okay, so I don't actually cut the square first and then, you know, put the coin inside. Okay. All right, sorry. I wasn't prepared because I wasn't going to do this, but I know I said it's not a tutorial. It's not. I'll just quickly show you what I'm trying to... It's easier to show than to try and put it into words. So I cut a strip. I'm not worried about being straight and all that sort of jazz. So I cut a strip. I put my coin inside just to see, you know, how much space I want. So that's about, you know, I want a little bit of space below, and I want a little bit of space above, probably a bit more above than below because of my charm. And then I take the coin out, and I get a really crisp fold there. And then I go to my sewing machine, and then I sew down here, and then I check how much, you know, so as I'm sewing, the coin is not inside. It's easier to sew when the coin is not inside. So I sew down here, and then I check, okay, so I've started around here, and then I'll stop about there. Then I'll turn it around, then I'll sew down here, then I'll turn it around, then I'll sew down here. You've already got 3 corners sewn, and then as it's still in my machine and the needle is still inside, I don't want it to move around, I slip my little coin in there, and because you've got the foot of the machine down, it's really difficult to kind of get the coin all the way in there. So I just use my little pocket tool, or you can use whatever you have at hand that you can just use to slip the coin inside. And then I sew down, and then that's it. And then I cut around, you know, cut this side, make sure everything's nice and even, and then I cut the top, and then I cut the corners, and then I added my what's it called, eyelet, and my bulb pin, and that's it. That's it. So in case you guys are wondering, I use the same sewing machine for everything that I do. I get a lot of questions about that. I use it for acetate, I use it for fabric, I use it for paper, I use it on cardboard. I'm not at all precious with my machine. I've had it for 3 years. I use it pretty much every day. It's the cheapest one I could find at Spotlight here in Australia. I've used it every day and on all different types of materials, and I had to change the needle only once because it actually bent when I was thinking sewing through something really, really thick. Like I'm talking like thicker than this. So I might have gone a little bit overboard with that. So I don't even change my needle in between sewing paper and fabric. But having said that, I use my sewing machine only for my craft. I don't use it for dressmaking or anything like that. So that's why I really don't mind sewing through acetate and all sorts of different other materials. So yes, this will hopefully inspire you to make something, not necessarily coin charms. Often I find when I'm watching other people's videos, you know, I get all sorts of different ideas pop into my head. So this is the purpose of this video, is just to get you thinking maybe outside the box, to see maybe what else can you go look around the house and, you know, what else can you make for your journals. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.